And welcome back to Gemfire. A lot has progressed in the last visit. And here we have Andrew of Lyle and where are you hiding? And Carl. And Prince Aaron of Blanche standing in my way. So show Andrew what's up. With our new gem and Peyron. Ander has 2 gems to start the scenario off with. He has a 3-mover attack adjacent. It's fairly weak, and then he has this one, Luvius. Luvius moves 2 and hits a target. Hits 3, or like hits in a box around him, and he's the most powerful one. Now he is out of food already, so I'm going to send Impuron to go trip him up and just kind of wait him out. Ander is a very tough opponent. His war skill is very good. But at this point, Jerry's no slouch. While this may not be the best scenario for us to be in, it's a good warm-up fight. Just to introduce us to why Ander and Aaron have been so successful up here. If they weren't button heads with each other, they could have easily taken over this land while we were doing our thing. And if Impuron can slow Pluvius down, then I'm happy just in that regards. At this point, we've seen everything they can do. Now, do I continue the assault? Do I continue harassing him with Pluvius, or harassing Pluvius with Imperon, or do I send Imperon? Imperon will take he'll take 3 turns just to strike at him. I think it'd be better to just keep harassing. Now Pluvius can't attack right in front of him, so he can waste some health attacking him. That's fine with me. Pluvius can't stop Imperon without walking away. That worked. Okay. Alright, so this went less than ideal. Well, it's a comprehensive Let's Play. Need to make sure I showed off that screen and that music. That's it. Mr. Sven there has a handful of soldiers. Let's go greet them. Now the enemy will just flee, decide, yeah, we're not fighting this. Sven, you're very strong. Come on down, buddy. Turns for these backup provinces. It's good to just have them continue cultivating. If they don't have the means to do so, then spending a turn trying to sabotage or to get someone to defect, it's not a terrible idea. Alright, he has warriors. Fight me, Aaron of Blanche. This will go much better than the... Yeah, they don't have Zendor either. They don't have any of their... either of their gems. They have Ologais. What they're supposed to be, I'm not positive. Like kind of generic-ish monsters with claws. I'll at least show off the warriors fighting off against the Olagai. I think it's Olaghis with the hyphen in between. I don't think they're Ologhace, so I'm an Olaghai. Always made sense to me as a kid. This being a favorite game from my childhood. The most powerful recruitable 5th unit in the game. Like, maybe the dragon can slow them down, because the dragon can hit them from a distance, but they move 3. They don't really have that much of a disadvantage. It just feels right to move up the knights even though I'm not going to use them. Now, Urban is not a great fighter. I believe he was in the 70s. Aaron is fantastic. Aaron's probably pushing 100 at this point. Every year, your rulers get better, and the more battles they do, they get better. We capture Aaron, we are banishing him immediately. Nope, not the case. Picked up a few people recently. Sven, you're tough. Get over there. And here is nobody. Go get him, you little man. Now, what are you holding, hero? Owen has a handful of soldiers. Let's go. Most places will not have many soldiers in the in the backup in their backup lands. Once you break the front line, not terribly difficult as long as you don't overextend too much just to push your way through. Is there a 5th unit here? There is. There's a pasta here. Time to see the pasta in action. Alright, and it's looping. I just wanted to be quiet for that, the music for the pasta. Pasta? Pasta. It's pasta with an H. It's real good. And you don't always get to see it. They have 160 health. They damage themselves when they attack, just like a gem. They only move 2. Their music is so good. And as demonstrated there, Sven is strong enough. He's in his 90s, he can go toe to toe with Ander. Don't know what I would describe the pasta as. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm also not much of a seafaring man myself, so if you viewers have ever seen anything like this, some sort of water guzzling, blasting beast, I would hope that you would not approach it. And perhaps, you know, go the other way. Seems like they spit, so now this 5th unit that Anders using is his other gem. She moves 3. She has the... She's pretty weak, but her 3 move is real good at the beginning of the game. And can outmaneuver a lot of other 5th units just on her movement alone. If this were an open field, the pasta may have had to stay home just to make sure that... She doesn't feel like fighting this round, but... Shyla. Just to make sure she didn't try any funny business getting around everyone. Now, even if you give enough damage to destroy a gem unit like that, it will always drop them just to 1. And then they'll retreat. Then Ander retreats. I guess I'll plan for these to go to 10. Momentary distraction. Not recruiting soldiers out here, they just keep kind of falling into my lap on 26. So everyone gets to have a turn, pass it luck along. Yeah, at this point, let's see. Gwen is up to 96 war from all the fighting she's been doing. My goodness. Sven 93. Here we saw Irvin's at 76. Jerry's a 49. Maybe it drops after losing a battle. Maybe Jerry's just garbage at fighting. That could be a big part of the reason why we got so wrecked during that last fight. While, by year 5, Aaron's sitting comfortably at 104. And he's got a lot of 80s. Some 90s in Pender and Wolfen. Ander, sitting at 94. With another 94 in Lauren. And another 90 in Wraith. Colin's real charming though. Oh, we have no food. Or we have no gold. The warriors will dip out if we don't fix that. See if I can't get anything from here. Nope. Let's send very nice amount of gold right next door. Now you're not going to get anything out of this, so this province has been destroyed all to hell. This was the one that used past the... You have how many soldiers? 24. Don't know if it's worth using the dragon for. Yeah, let's do it. Or we'll do no 5th unit. Go on the dangerous side. Haha. Sven, the one-eyed knight. This powerful Odin. Now, if you just hit decline when it comes up to the 5th unit, almost, I believe every other screen in the game will just take you back if you hit the B button to go back. When it's asking you what 5th unit you want, if you hit back, it will just decline putting in a 5th unit. It's fairly certain, since he has almost no soldiers, that with very few exceptions of what he could possibly be wielding, we had this. Like if he had gargoyles or a wyvern, even a faucon. Pretty sure I can maneuver around a pasta if he happened to have been sitting on one of those. There we go. Didn't get him that time either. Yeah, this land has been torn to shreds. The whole purpose of still controlling these back lines is that I'd like to, until we wrap this up, let's just keep the front lines. He's a successor. Keep the front lines nice and stocked. I cannot send a 5th unit? Why can't I send a 5th unit? I don't have one. I guess I just didn't notice that. I didn't notice that before, my bad. It didn't pop up there. That was weird. Or maybe this place is full of 5th units? Somehow? No? Weird. That's right, you can also do searches if you have just 5 gold. Nothing up there. Do you have anything? An ogre in 7. Haven't seen one of those yet. Don't worry guys, it'll all be ogre soon. I'm sorry. Okay, Carl's looking strong. So is Aaron. $300 on Ander there. This would be a good time for the dragon. I would like a little bit more food though, so... No, he does. All he has is an ogre. Yeah, all he has is an ogre. We've established this. And I have a wyvern. Do I have enough food? I don't. So I have to use the dragon. The dragon does not consume food. Sven versus Ander. Round 3? Yeah, they're coming at me because we're similarly matched in both war skill and soldiers. And his ogre is eating up a lot of food. You enjoy the theme of dragon. See if I remember to move that wyvern up though later. Alright, trading favorably. No, evenly. Time to see our dragon in action. The ogre is very expensive for how good he really isn't. $50 gold up front, 50 gold a month for 50 gold a season. All for a 100 unit that does okay damage. I'd say he could be good in the early game, but you can't afford him in the early game. Tracker don't need no shield. There's a neat little swing he has, but maybe if you buffed him to like 150, 180 health, something, you know, a lot more health, then the ogre could tank all these little soldiers coming through, but it's not the case at the moment. That is really what he's meant to do. And not all 5th units are... He also only moves 2, so... If we stand on each other's shoulders, or tall, we'll be taller than the ogre, and then we can fight him. Just poke him with our sticks. Effective. I think for an NES game, the soundtrack for this was really good. Even if the AI left something to be desired. It's very satisfying to use the dragon after fighting against it. There should be a side attack? Yeah. The rules for flanking versus rear positioning it's a little wonky when you get troops like the dragon and the Falcon walking around hitting from weird angles. But I've never felt cheated by what the rules say just happened. Hey, that side's still looking like a good idea, Seth. No? Oh, that's right, 'cause I took all my money with me. Guess I don't have to worry about remembering that guy now. Every year, like clockwork, this place just the forest just lights on fire. Thank you, not soldiers. Alright, if those then push us to the end, start throwing everything we got into these forward provinces. The front lines shall receive bounties, gold, and food. Didn't get to him yet. Poor wasted turn. Our position isn't funny. Running low on gold and money. Well, let's take a chance. I got some. More importantly, they don't have that now. Do you have a 5th unit? No. About up here? No. Maxed out on food. What a good Brian. Are you sitting on a 5th unit? No. What can you hire? An ogre. Do you a 5th unit? That's right, you have the warriors. Time to go to town, Irvin. Old man Irvin. Tearing up the countryside. Let's go. There's Zendor. Zendor is Aaron's top gem wizard. Zendor moves, has 150 health, moves 3, and attacks from afar. He's real good. Pluvius is rated higher than him, but Pluvius only moves 2. Now head to head, I believe Zendor probably could, in almost any situation, outmaneuver Pluvius and get enough flanking and attacks in to beat him down. Now this will be interesting because Irvin is absolute garbage at warfare. But we have a 2-to-1, nearly 2-to-1 advantage. And warriors. That's Zendor's thing. He's Zeus. Shove a lightning bolt. In places you don't want it, Zeus. And hit him a bit more so he can't make a run for the flag. If he does, then either unit can just goes 1, 2, 3. But you can just step up and punch him in the head, finish him off. Well, we lost if that didn't finish him off, so that's why I had him strike as well. Alright, man. Irvin, old man, show Zendor what we're all about. Alright, we've seen what these guys can do. Interesting tactic, Zendor. Goodbye, Zendor. These warriors are just so good. One step closer. Orcs up in 3. Here we are. So when you search a place, there's a random chance that you will instead find an item. And what these items do is they give you stats. Gwen, who's sitting at a very comfortable 96 war, just had it increased by 25. Gwen's now sitting very nicely at 121 war. It's quite good. It is capping off what I can send because you can only have 999 of anything in a province. It says most of these places are capping off on food. Let's just send just pure gold over. There we go. Alright. The lead in the front lines is Irvin, Sven, Princess Gwen. We're sitting on 50 units, right? Yeah, we have the gargoyle. What's hireable here? Orcs and a bugbear. Bugbears move 3. They're pretty weak, but they're better than, like, say, ogres. For whatever reason, they're deciding to actually fight here. Kinda. Maybe because they have enough food, so much food that they think they can outlast me for 10 days while I just try to siege this? Regardless, sitting over here we have Skullrick. Skullrick is the other gem of the Blanche family, of Aaron. He moves 3, he has 110 health as you see, and he attacks from afar. I really like him for that 3 move plus reach. He's like Zendor, but not so much. There we go. That's what I want to see. And Skullrick shoots skulls. It's real good. I like his cape. Alright, we've seen enough of that. In the right scenario, Skullrick can win a lot of fights for you. Here in the open field, against overwhelming numbers, probably not so much. Any one of my units could probably defeat him on their own. But in certain maps, not against flying units, his ability to move quickly and strike, real good. I expected them to just run immediately from that. Alright, so there are orcs up here. But Urban's sitting on his warriors that are still hurt, right? Yeah. Be hired up here. A Falcon! Look at that beautiful beast. I really like this guy. Come on down. Orcs in 3, orcs in 2. Get a Falcon up here too. Ah, so good. I'll use the Falcon for Getsander. They have orcs. Gargoyles are hurting. I'll bring them anyway. No. It's, you know what, Gargoyles, you've done this far. I'll trust you. To the bitter end. Want to rant the difficulty? Going grossly grossly outmatched. And as you saw, is pushing 100 war. Gwen is now comfortably around 125. Here they come. There we go. That's a trade. 40 for 10. The gargoyles, being just better, are able to keep pace despite having been wounded. I clear the path for the knights to get out. Strike their light. Up the pressure. Take this opportunity to backstrike their light. And finish off the gargoyle, the orcs, with the gargoyles. There we go. And they're like, whatever, fine. Not even gonna bother moving. Alright, so there's 121 soldiers left in the base. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to chip them down a little bit with the archer. That's going to take breaking a fence. May not be the easiest thing at this point for my soldiers. The number count's not really there anymore. And once I get him to turn around, then I can sweep in with the gargoyle. Something. So wherever I wherever I break a fence, he's gonna put up a new one. Can maneuver him to face that way. Yes. Interesting. That was the move he decided to go with. Not complaining. And Aaron has to fight. He has to fight to the end. This is his last province. Goodbye, Aaron. Join me. You know what? You fought valiantly. Goodbye. What a good picture. He walked around a bit and changed his mind. He goes, yeah, you know what? Fine. I'll join you. Hubert. Yeah, I like your purple hair. Your picture doesn't seem as detailed as everyone else's. Maybe you're just an out-of-focus man. That's terrifying in itself. Eager, come on down. Always accept the Carl. Tough-looking guy. Oh, and I think you'd be friends with Sven. Shabbard, I don't like the looks of you. Get out of here. Bradley. Yeah, look at that mustache. Oh, young kid. Come on down, buddy. Jaren, you have very feminine features. I like that. What can you do with a sword? There's orcs in 1, there's orcs in 2. I never got to see what was in 8, did I? So nice. Oh, so nice. Ah, so nice. Wait, what was an 8? There's nothing there, okay. Still just orcs there. Now if they have more than one, which they can, it'll only reveal one, and if it will never tell you that if they have a pasta. Sure about that, Seth? Andrew's recruited up to 8. Okay. Or he's recruited up to 8. He's fled to 8. I have no 5th unit. Do have my gems. What could I hire? Lizards. They cost a lot. They're not great, but let's use them. Ah, he picked up an ogre. He's coming after me. Let's do it. The gargoyles are so hurt at this point. Empire on. Empiron. Piron? Empiron. He got Pluvius back and came right for me. Let's go. Let's do this. We've seen both Pluvius and Empiron, so I'm going to turn off the animations. Gwen is a lot better at warfare than Seth by like I think 40 points. I think it said. The Pluvius can cause some serious damage if he decides to target my actual soldiers. Nope, okay, good. He's trying to go straight for the flag. How about not? Get out of here. Ouch. Bit of a mess right there. Everyone just starts swinging. Lucas can't do that much damage to us at this point. There's no way he's making it to the flag, so... They see the open flag and they're just charging for it like a bull. If you poke at me, you might get scared. Yep, that'll do. Good fight. Still maxed out on food and gold. How about you? You need anything? No. Hey Seth, how do you feel after that? Nah? How about now? Nah? Out of soldiers. Take a turn to do that. The time it would take to go through and untrust all of these is just not quite worth it. I have the warriors, but it's time for the Falcon to shine. Look at 100 health, but look at that attack range. Red is where it can hit. Everywhere. The Falcon is a dragon you can hire. With the warriors, they are my favorite ones. And unlike the dragon, the Falcon moves 3. Where does she go? She go 1, 2, 3. And his sprite is real goofy. It's a one-eyed, one-armed Cyclops. And unlike the gem units, the Falcon is a regular unit, so he does not take damage when he swings. The Falcon is the only unit that if you hit him head on, he can then just walk around you and hit you from back. It's beautiful. I don't know, maybe I like him because he reminds me of Andre the Giant in The Princess Bride. That scene where he just goes, well, I can just kill you with this rock now. Does anybody want a peanut? I want to see that again. It's so good. Right, so I looked it up in between episodes here, and you can flee even if you're landlocked, but if you flee when you're landlocked, such as Walter here, his only other province is on 8, so he would have to flee to 8 to get there from here if there were nothing around him. I'm still making sense. Follow along. They can flee to the home province, but they have to leave their food and gold behind. If you retreat, you can bring that with you. if you retreat to a neighboring province. Now Walter can run because they're still in 1, but principle applies. Spends a turn building up, yeah. So let's go on and finish this off. So if you're looking for a strategy game that is, a map conquest game that is not terribly difficult, the AI is not, it's not in your face about it a lot of the times, this is a good one to start on, especially if you're not really into the whole thing to begin with. A lot of the scenarios are a lot easier. A lot of the families you can play as make it a lot easier. Basically, by not having a gem to start with, and being surrounded by the Lancashire family with the dragon on in the bottom right, I made it a lot harder than it needed to be. Need to wrap back around to Province 7, and Sven up there can cross the strait and punch Ander in the face. Or let Princess Gwen do this herself. Give one more search, see if they upgraded from the ogre to anything. They have orcs. They have wounded orcs there. So the orcs that ran away and won, they made it to 8. Now here's a command I've never actually seen work. If I ask him to surrender, he might just completely give up. And okay, it's possible that could work. I've never seen it work before. Everything they own becomes yours. At last the deed is done. All the lands ruled as one. Princess Robin they're talking about from the intro. Daughter of Ezelred. Gwen, what did you do to your hair? And sadly, the ending is the exact same no matter who wins. Don't know who that's supposed to be, just generic man. But there you have it. Gemfire for the NES. also remade for the Super Nintendo. So it's pretty much exactly the same game. As far as I know, I haven't done a full run through of the Super Nintendo game version of this. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, concerns, complaints, just leave them in the comment section below. Be glad to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next game.